All right, this is the breakout section, I guess, for the drawing against perception. So already you've probably, you know, done your little thing where, you know, I guess the lesson is, it's designed to get you to, you know, notice what you do initially as an artist, and then you eventually move on, you know, to, drawing with a subject and then drawing with instruction. So this is the obviously the instruction portion of that, you know, equation, so to speak. So here I have an apple. We're gonna do the apple first. I guess you don't want the sticker there. I like real things to look at. I don't necessarily like real things to draw from. So, you know, my whole point of this lesson is to get you to see things in a new way. You know, my motto in teaching art is make the complicated look simple, and notice the simplicity in the complicated. Or am I saying that right? It doesn't matter. I'm probably more eloquent when I'm actually teaching. I'm on video right now. So we're gonna draw this apple, right? So a couple of things about drawing. I probably already taught you this, but you know, keep in mind, this is exact science. I kind of just do my thing. So always have a subject in front of you. So we're going to be using this apple right here as our model. And you don't have to have it lined. That doesn't matter. I mean, it's just an apple. We have a floating apple. When you're drawing, you're not drawing with your, you know, a lot of people want to do this with the fuzzy lines. I hate fuzzy lines. You know, so you got this. You're trying to draw this apple, and it just doesn't make any sense. Because what you're doing is you're restricting the movement of your hand, right? You're basically telling, look, fingers and hands, we're going to draw this circle, but I'm not going to give you free range of motion to do it. So the farthest you can go is like that. What we want to do is we want to start extending that movement. Flip my paper, extending that movement to like our arm, you know, because that's a much better use of the hand. Especially when we're starting out. Now when we get to the details, you can start, you know, with the whole meticulous thing, because you have more control in your fingers and your wrist. But we don't want control here. We want fluid movement of the form. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the apple. And then as you can see, like, Mr. Harmon, I don't really see anything. Yeah, you're right, you don't see anything, not yet. Because I'm drawing it now, right? I'm basically like just working out how the apple looks. So the apple is kind of like an egg shape. It's heavy at the top, and you know, kind of taper down at the bottom. If you don't get it right the first few times, fine. You can just, you know. So I think this is what you're confusing the fuzzy lines for. You see all them lines I have? It doesn't really matter. It's about what we have in the end. Okay. So we have our shape, right? And then we have the little dip there for the hump. And I told myself, I usually use drawing pencils, but I'm using a regular old number 2 pencil. That's all I got. Regular number 2 pencil, regular eraser. I'm not gonna use eraser much, you know. And white paper, like photocopy paper. Like this can be done with anything, with supplies you have at home, even. So yeah, I'm gonna put my stem in there. Stem is what it is, or whatever. Now I want you to notice something. I'm gonna do this in black and white first. In pencil to show you, but I really want you to add color, and we're just gonna add the semblance of color. Like, so, you know, maybe we'll start adding value with our pencil, but then we want to add some color in it too. So here we want to start just mimicking those little lines there. You see those little lines? We want to just tell our viewer that, look, this is like a globe. Yeah, apple is like a miniature little globe, a gala apple anyway. And so we have the little lines coming out of there. And nice little, you know, like splash of lines there. And I want to go ahead and put that shadow in. That shadow's exciting. You know, people forget, but shadows have depth too. You see, that shadow has volume to it. It starts off really dark and then it gradually gets lighter. And so one thing you need to learn now is you need to start paying attention to little subtle changes in what's called value. And depending on what grade you are, what setting this is, I may have already taught you value, but for the most part, value is light and dark, like the light and dark, and you know, transition between. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger. If you want to go ahead and cheat, that's fine. Just use your finger to kind of push some of that color out, right? So you know, we have it dark in the inside, and as it gradually coming out, it's getting lighter, and then of course we have that splash of red there, splash of green. you know, and we just want it to look hollow. I mean, basically is what we're doing, right? We want it to look hollow. Got a highlight there. Let's go ahead and tell our viewer there's a highlight there, whatever. And you know, some other stuff is going on here. Now, I'm gonna use the side of my pencil. I'm gonna shade, right? When you're dealing with a round object, with a three-dimensional object, you gotta remember that it has volume, it has weight. So when light hits it, it kind of moves around the item. We're gonna talk about this a little more later. You know, depending, like I said, what grade you're on. But for the most part, this thing has weight and volume. So as light hits it, so you can tell the light is here. The light can't move around the apple. Light can't curve. So its intensity fades as it gets to the outer edges of the apple. So that's why you have certain parts are really dark, like the bottom. Certain parts that are really light. You know, and this apple, of course, is laying down on this side, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm gonna add color. Color is the same way. We're basically done with apple, and we can shade it in some more, but I don't want to shade this whole thing with pencil. I want to add actually some color to it. So I have regular colored pencils or whatever. I'm just gonna, you know, so I add black. Now, a couple of things that you need to remember to do. You don't want viewers, you don't want the audience to see your strokes. So, you know, make sure you're careful with your strokes. And if you do have strokes, make sure they're consistent. The grain of the apple is this way, so you want to go in and add this black to this pencil, that's fine. But I'm just kind of you know, and you want to add splashes of color where you see the color. This is a lime green to me, right, in here. So I'm just gonna, ever so slightly, add some green to it. And these are practice sketches, so I don't want you, you know, going all out, going hard, you know, the first time around. There's no big deal. See, just a splash of green there. We got some splashes of yellow here. You know, I think color would be easier in this sense. Maybe we'll do the fish in black and white or something, I don't know. See that? And my pressure, you know, and I'm thinking about my pressure too and the volume. See, that's the thing, like, I've been doing this so long, I don't even realize what it is I do. Look, so it's dark at the bottom, remember? So as I'm moving upward, I'm getting gradually lighter as I go upward. You know, and it's weird. I just automatically do that. Like over here, I'm gonna be real dark. And then, you know, as I get to the center, I'm gonna lighten up a little bit. You know, and when you do that and those layers kind of come together, and let's add some yellow to this green here. Let's just mix your colors. Crayolas mix too, you know, don't, they get a bad rap. They're pretty decent. Really gonna just, but I'm light though, you know? Light pressure. It's red. This is really gonna blow your mind. So I'm gonna add some violet here. Because if you look, there's like a million colors, not a million, maybe like a dozen. Different colors going on over here, right? So we have some violet in here, you know, because violet is like a dark neighbor to red. So, you know, when you put red on top of it, it's just some fantastic things happen, folks. Fantastic things. So creep some violet up there on that thing like that, you know. Again, where the dark areas are. Look, you see this? Look, I want you to look really closely at this. See how there's like this splash of dark red right here? Go, let's put that in there. So I'm gonna do purple, violet rather. And I'm gonna follow the contour of the apple. See that the apple has a contour, it's round. Oh, it's so nice. See that? Look, I want you to see how that looks. Like, see how round that is? See, I got my lines curved because the apple is round right there. That's the secret. What drawing is an illusion. You're tricking the person into thinking, man, you basically like drew took a 2D piece of paper and made like a 3D apple. You know, I know it looks crazy right now, but you know, you'll see. Watch. Hopefully. I don't know. You never know how these things turn out, man. I don't know. I haven't drawn an apple like this in a while. I had this book as a kid. I probably have it here so you can look at, but they did an apple like this and they used all them colors. I'm like, that's stupid. All them colors aren't in there. And I become an adult and drawing all this time and realized, yeah, I need to lose some different colors if I really want that richness and depth to it. We still rolling? Yeah, we're still rolling. Ooh, 10 minutes on an apple. Jesus Christ. All right, let's wrap this up, people. All right, so now we're gonna add our red. Moment of truth. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna fill it in. We're gonna use the edge of our pencil. Because you get lighter. gonna fade that out. Oh, fade it out, fade it out, fade it out. Beautiful. Beautiful. You see that? All right, so get that red on top of that violet, and then kind of just, there's more red here. We're not gonna do this whole apple, you know, we're just getting the gist of it, right? See how, look at my strokes. See how my strokes all move in the same direction, getting lighter as I get to the center, covering up that violet so the violet doesn't look so violet anymore. And then I'm gonna come in there and do the same thing here. I go over that. This is light over here. You gotta take your time too. Don't try to be fast like me. This is taking me 10 minutes. It's probably gonna take you 20. So don't try to be like me. Not like in fastness. Don't want to lose them strokes. So I'm gonna just carefully go all the way around. But I think I'm out of time, folks. But you know, you get it. You get it. I mean, you should be seeing the apple in a new way. And of course, I know it looks all colorful and beautiful. You don't see all the colors in the diamond, but you will, though. Hopefully, if you continue on your path in art, and I don't know, it's just some exciting things can happen. You know, I sound really over enthusiastic. It's just an apple, but there's no just anything. You know, it's always go ahead and do that, man. Just put your streaks in there, man. Just let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Here's my highlight here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's, you know, my apple is taking form. I want this edge to be sharply defined. It's actually kind of white. They say you can add white and just kind of blend it in. I don't know about that. Who knows? I don't know. You can try it if you want. Just go over it. Yeah. But you get the gist, right? Okay. So I'm gonna go over and no hard outlines, but you know, maybe you can, I don't know what you can do. Something like that. Feel very well. Excuse me. All right, but that's basically the apple. Brown stem. This stem ain't even brown. We can make it brown. I think it's over. Green a little bit. Let's make it black. Define it a little more. Ooh, that sharp. Ooh, look at that. Make it dark in there. Maybe add a little black in here. Be careful with black though. Black is so harsh. Stem and everything. I don't know. Well, you know, you get it. Apple. Da-da-da-da. Looks like that apple a little bit. Close enough. Oh, my shadow. I was so hung up on the shadow before. Shadow. Shadow. Shadow underneath it. Shadow underneath it. All right, Brian, stop. It's time to stop the video. No, wait, that shadow isn't good. You like that apple. Okay. Table. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Apple. Okay. We're done.